Sorry about my dogs barking in the background. Anyway, the origin is where the muscle is attached to an immovable section of the skeleton. The insertion is where the portion of the muscle attaches to the movable portion of your skeleton or a joint. And then the belly is the middle of the muscle. Pressure in massage is usually directed from the insertion to the origin. Massage, electric current, light rays, heat rays, moist heat, nerve impulses, and chemicals are all ways to stimulate muscles. Your scalp muscles, your epicranius or your occipitofrontalis covers the top of your skull. Your occipitalis is the back part of your scalp. Your frontalis is the front part of your scalp, and that's what raises your eyebrows. Your epicranial aponeurosis connects the occipitalis and the frontalis. And bear with me while I butcher these pronunciations. I'm getting better with them, but I struggle with some of them. Muscles of the ear. You have your auricularis superior, it draws your ear upward. The auricularis anterior draws your ear forward, and then the auricularis posterior draws your ear backward. So the superior draws it up, anterior draws it forward, and then posterior draws it back. Muscles of mastication, or your muscles in your jaw area. You have your masseter, your temporalis, your medial pterygoid, and then the lateral pterygoid. Your neck muscles, the platysma, extends from the chest and shoulder muscle to the side of your chin. It lowers your jaw and your lip. Your sternocleidomastoiditis lowers and rotates your head. Eyebrow muscles, your orbicularis oculi allows your eyes to close. Your curator supercilii draws your eyebrow down and in and wrinkles your forehead vertically. And then you'll be able to see your diagrams in the books that has every muscle listed. The muscles of the nose, your procurus covers the bridge of your nose. It lowers your eyebrows. It causes wrinkles across your bridge of your nose. Other nasal muscles contract and expand nostrils. Muscles of the mouth, your buccinator compresses cheeks and expels air through the lips. Depressor labii inferioris draws your lower lip to one side. Your levator anguli oris raises the angle of the mouth and draws it inward. Your levator labii superioris elevates your upper lip and dilates your nostrils. Your mentalis covers your lower lip and raises and wrinkles skin of the chin. Your orbicularis oris compresses, contracts, puckers, and wrinkles the lips. And then your risorius draws the corners of the mouth out and back as in grinning. Triangularis pulls the corner of the mouth down. Your zygomaticus major pulls the mouth upward and backward for smiling. Your zygomaticus minor pulls the upper lip backward, upward, and outward when smiling. The muscles attaching your arms to the body. You have your latissimus dorsi, your pectoralis major and minor, serratus anterior, and trapezius. And you'll be able to look in the book where those are located. Your trapezius is the one that's covering your muscle. Your lats are the ones below that. Your pecs are here, and then your serratus are on your sides. Shoulder and arm muscles. Your deltoid extends your arm outward and to the side. Biceps lifts the forearm and flexes the elbow. Triceps extends the forearm. Pronator faces the palm pronator faces the palm downward, and the supinator faces the palm upward. The flexor flexes your wrists, and the extensor straightens the wrist, hand, and fingers. So flexor flexes, extensor extends. Muscles of the hand, your abductor separates your fingers. So it's abductor separates, adductor draws them together. So your ab separates and add draws them together. Lower leg muscles. Extensor digitorum longus bends your foot up and extends your toes. The extensor hallucis longus extends the big toe and flexes the foot. Tibialis anterior bends your foot upward and inward, and the peroneus longus inverts foot and turns it downward. Your peroneus brevis bends your foot down and out. Your gastrocnemius is attached to the lower rear surface of your heel and pulls your foot down. And then the soleus also bends your foot down. And you'll be able to locate those by your diagram in your book. Flexor digiti minimi brevis moves the little toe. Flexor digitorum brevis moves the toes for balance when walking and standing. Abductor hallucis moves toes and for balance while walking and standing. And then the abductor digiti minimi separates toes. So again, there we have that abductor. When something is an ab, it separates. Our next system is the nervous system, and the scientific study of the structure, function, and pathology of the nervous system is called neurology. Why do you think we would need to touch on the nervous system in cosmetology? Well, one reason that I can think of is some people can handle waxing and some people can't, and it's because of a difference in their nerve sensitivities. So your nervous system controls and coordinates the functions of other systems, making them work harmoniously and efficiently. There are several divisions of the nervous system. The cerebrospinal system is the central nervous system. Your peripheral nervous system carries messages to and from the central nervous system, and your autonomic nervous system controls involuntary muscles and regulates your smooth muscles. Your nervous system and brain includes your brain, your spinal cord, and your nerves. Again, we need to know this because of pressure point, sensitivity, reflex responses, and overall client comfort. Your brain is the largest mass of body tissue. The average weight is 44 to 48 ounces. The brain contains 12 pairs of cranial nerves. The spinal cord originates in the brain, and you have 31 pairs of spinal nerves. So your brain weighs 44 to 48 ounces. Your brain contains 12 pairs of cranial nerves. And then your spinal cord contains 31 pair of spinal nerves. The name of a nerve cell is called a neuron, and it's the primary unit. Dendrites are a part of a neuron, and they receive impulses from other neurons. The axon and axon terminal send pulses to other neurons, glands, and muscles. And then your nerves are used to transmit impulses. There are a few types of nerves that we're going to touch on. Sensory nerves carry impulses from sense organs to your brain. So if you see, smell, hear, feel, your motor nerves carry impulses from your brain to your muscles. And then your reflex nerves are automatic responses to a stimulus, like the removal of your hand from a hot object. Your fifth cranial nerve is something that we are going to touch on because it's very important in the cosmetology world. It's ophthalmic, which means it supplies impulses to your forehead, eyelids, interior scalp, orbit, eyeball, and your nasal passage. It's mandibular. It affects muscles of the chin, lower lip, and the external ear, and the maxillary sends impulses to the upper part of face. So the fifth cranial nerve has all those jobs. And you'll be able to look in your book at that little diagram, and you'll be able to see the fifth cranial nerve and where all it branches off to in your face and head. Fifth cranial branches affected by massage. Your auriculotemporal affects the external ear and skin above the temple. Your infraorbital affects your lower eyelid, side of nose, upper lip, and mouth. And your infratrochlear affects membrane and skin of the nose. Mentalis affects the skin of the lower lip and chin. Nasal affects point and lower side of the nose. Supraorbital affects skin of the forehead, scalp, eyebrow, and upper lid. Supratrochlear affects skin between eyes and upper side of the nose. Zygomatic affects skin of the upper part of the cheek. Your seventh cranial nerve